Welcome everybody to this edition of Attention Talk Video. I'm your host, ADHD and Attention Coach Jeff Copper, and I'm here today to talk about what I call question triggers. Let me give you a little bit of context here first. We have reminders, like visual reminders. You leave something on the counter, reminds you to take somewhere. A trigger is the same thing. It's like something that sparks something that you've got to do. It triggers your memory, your thought in order to do something. So I like to say that visual reminder was a trigger for you to take it to work. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. The thing about ADHD is it's a self-regulation issue with a working memory deficit. We've talked a lot on Attention Talk Radio and on Attention Talk Video about working memory. Think of it like this: is you got this back of your head is this big old filing cabinet, and the front of your head goes back into the back and grabs what it needs, and it takes it and does stuff with it, and then it goes out and do it. This is the execution side. This is the knowledge side. So people with ADHD, sometimes when they sit there and they need to retrieve something back from here, it's like a blank slate. They don't really know what they're looking for. As I described, it's almost like, think of a filing cabinet. It's just, there's file folders all over the place and you can't find it. So if you're going to pack for a trip, something like that, you've got to kind of go back. You're not learning anything new by it. You're just trying to retrieve existing knowledge, and that's a little bit difficult. So one of the things that I've learned with people with ADHD is question triggers help a lot. And a question trigger is where somebody's just asking you questions. I've done shows on packing before where people walk in and say, well, how long is your trip? Really? What are you going to do? What do you need to take? Really? It's a formal. What would you need to wear? You'll notice those are very, very vague questions, and the formal one was in response. But when you ask those questions of somebody with ADHD, it kind of helps them go and retrieve it out of the back part of their mind. Sounds kind of strange, but if you're struggling with something, again, if somebody's just asking you questions, it tends to aid your working memory and to bring the recall to play. Literally, I've had some people before where they called up and they were having some issues, and I said, listen, why don't you sit there? I'm just going to start asking you questions. Again, not specific, but very, very vague. Again, I call them question triggers, and they're reminders, or if you were, they're triggers to help you go retrieve it. Like something on the counter is a trigger to help you take it to work. Or, when you think about a grocery list, it's kind of a trigger. Write down eggs. That's a reminder or a trigger for you to get eggs when you're in the grocery store. And so this does not look like a structure for most. By asking somebody just to ask you questions about a topic that they don't have anything about. But I have found for some it's very effective for people with ADHD. Again, it goes back to the working memory issue. And think about, too, is like when you're trying to think about something and it doesn't come to you, it's like a blank slate. Well, that's the working memory side of it. And when it doesn't come to you, now you have a self-regulation problem where you go watch Netflix. So it's a two-part tandem. So anyway, I hope that this insight and tip for many of you will make a little bit of sense. Play around with it. If you're stuck, just say, have somebody, I'm trying to write a paper or I'm trying to remember something. Just have them ask you questions and see if that can help you out a little bit. Please subscribe to our channel by hitting the subscriber button right here and leave your comments. Love the comments. Particularly just gives me feedback on what we're doing, but also it usually spurs other ideas for other shows. So with that, I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Attention Talk Video. Take care.